second. Here we go. Sam. All right. We are live here on both Facebook, on the Gamebook News NFL News and Sports DFS, whatever, and also on the Gamebook Sammy Sports Cards and live on YouTube at Gamebook Mafia. The Cincinnati Bengals just capped off an amazing win to win 19-16 on a last-second field goal. Let me say this. Mike Vrabel 100% deserves to be fired after tonight. And I'm going to talk about that a little bit. We have some free UFC picks to give tonight, of course, with a big UFC matchup coming tonight, and that's what Sam's here for. I am A-Bomb the Sauce God, and I got my two co-hosts here, Mr. 12 Gauge at 24 Gauge, Oliver 24, and Sam Bone at Slam and Sammy 55. And I know Gauge is absolutely fired up because we all know if Bills win against Kansas City tomorrow, by the way, we're going to have coverage about that tomorrow. If the Bills win tomorrow, they will host the AFC Championship game. This is the exact kind of scenario we wanted, and I'm going to tell you something. This is exactly why I didn't want the number one seed, because that week off, especially with the way that Tennessee kind of played inconsistent football at the end of the season. I don't care if Derrick Henry's on the field. They were not playing like the number one seed in the AFC East, in the AFC. So the Bengals pulled off that, and of course advanced to their first I don't even know. They won on the road for, I think, the first time ever in playoff history. So congratulations to the Cincinnati Bengals. Way to pull off the upset. Again, Mike Vrabel needs to be fired. Now, Gage, if you don't mind sharing this page, brother, share the show as much as you can. Let me get in here as well. Mike Vrabel needs to be gone, and I'm going to explain exactly why. Early in the game, people probably saw the score was 6-6, and they probably thought that each team kicked 2 field goals. Well, no, that was not the case. The case was that the Cincinnati Bengals both kicked 2 field goals, and then, of course, the Tennessee Titans scored a touchdown and decided with the penalty for the 12 men on the field, instead of taking the extra point, they decided then to go ahead and go for 2. And I said, Gage will tell you, I 100% said this. If they don't get this 2-point conversion, Gage, they're going to lose the game, and it's going to cost them. That's one mistake. The second mistake was 4th and 1 when they had a decent field goal try opportunity in front of them, and that could have been the difference, and that could have tied the ball game. But instead, Mike Vrabel got greedy and thought, well, Derrick Henry's a tank. Derrick Henry just came off of a season-ending injury and is somehow even on the field is amazing. He's not 100% Derrick Henry. He's about 75% Derrick Henry. Okay? So he got stuffed. Ryan Tannehill tried to do the read option on third one. That was stupid. Mike Vrabel needs to be gone. And if he still has a job with the Tennessee Titans after going in the offseason, I will be very, very shocked. I don't care. You've had this team in position for years, and this was a team that people thought was a Super Bowl contender. And I get it. Derrick Henry left the season with injury. I get that. But like I said, Mike Vrabel made 2 very questionable calls that ultimately cost the team the game. I'm very shocked the Bengals pulled it off. Yes, but Gage correctly called the money line pick. I correctly called the under pick, and I told you all the reasons I like the under today. And the second half over also hit, Gage. I mean, boom, 2 for 2 on picks right there. And I also went with the Bengals on the spread. I didn't take the money line, so there we go, 3 for 3 there. Gage himself kicking ass. Sorry, somebody messaged me about cards. So Mike Vrabel needs to be gone. Congratulations again to the Cincinnati Bengals, and that just opens up the door for the Buffalo Bills. And I'm sure that the guys obviously have probably seen the score, and they probably know what could happen if they beat Kansas City tomorrow, and what a sight it would be to possibly host the AFC Championship game in Buffalo in front of the home crowd. After everything that has happened, Tennessee's out of the playoffs. They're gone. The Bengals are still standing, and it's been amazing. I don't think that Joe Burrow necessarily played incredibly well. He played good enough, Gage. He played all right. I mean, throwing for 300 yards does not matter when you don't have a single touchdown pass, and you also throw an interception, and you take as many unnecessary sacks as he did. So if I'm the Buffalo Bills, I'm focused on getting through Kansas City, because I'm telling you what, you know you can get through that Cincinnati Bengals team. They can't compete with us. And, I mean, we'll talk about that. Should we beat Kansas City tomorrow, of course. Gage, why don't you tell us What's going on at 5 p.m. tomorrow, brother?
Well, in just under 22 hours time, coming up at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on the Game Book, we will have coverage for the Buffalo Bills going to Kansas City to play the Chiefs. We will have Drew. We will have Craig. We will have A-Bomb. And we will have a dynamite show coming up for you tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time here on the Game Book.
Gage, can I just tell you how well worded that was? That was like, I don't know why that was just so wonderful to hear you say that so beautifully. Gage is I think everybody here can acknowledge that Gage has vastly improved as a show host and as a contributor here on the Game Book, man. And that right there summed it up. And that got me fired up for tomorrow's coverage. I know Gage is fired up, man. The Bengals pulled it off, dude. They did. Jamar Chase ultimately did not get in the end zone, and I know that kind of screwed up a couple bets. But at the end of the day, Gage, this is what we wanted. We wanted the opportunity to beat Kansas City tomorrow and come back to Buffalo and host the AFC Championship game. So with that being said, congratulations again. The Cincinnati Bengals have defeated the Tennessee Titans in Tennessee with the ticket restrictions and all that BS. Still found a way to get it done 19-16, and they advanced the AFC Championship game in Joe Burrow's second year as a quarterback. Exciting stuff. And I'll tell you what, Jamar Chase was a huge factor. He was a big reason Joe Burrow was able to get going, and that is a dynamic combination. Joe Mixon wasn't very much. I know he scored a touchdown, but whatever. Wasn't that big of a factor. Let's get off of that. Of course, the next game will be the San Francisco 49ers visiting Green Bay, the number one seed in the NFC, of course. And we already gave our picks out earlier for that. We also have UFC coming up. So let's go ahead and let's turn the show right on over to our UFC expert and also the trading card expert. By the way, real quick, Sam, I got your cards in the mail. I got some beautiful rookie cards. I got some really nice. I got that nice Tyler Hero. I love the Stephen Curry Threads card that I got right here. And let me say something. Sometimes when you get from sports card collectors, they give you things in penny sleeves and even base cards. Sam sent them all in top loaders, guaranteeing product being correct and a solid product coming to you. You don't want something bent up. So, Sammy, thank you so much, brother. And I really, really appreciate it. And I'm really excited to see your business grow. After you get to the UFC, of course, I want you to talk about the boxes and the breaks that you have coming up. There's big things happening for the game book in 22. Sam,
a lot of things going on. Thank you, guys. Well, first off, this couldn't be done without you guys. The support and building the team, getting all of these people together in the community, all nice and basically just prepped for all that we have in store. So without you guys, this wouldn't be possible. So thank you very much to Anthony and 12 Gauge and just everyone else who does their thing for us. Speaking of that, I just talked to Chris too. Just got done talking to Chris. I'm going to be seeing him Tuesday, and we are going to go over stuff with cards because I want him to be involved with this. He loves basketball, so I think getting him a part of this would be awesome. And it would be brand new to him. So it'd be him walking into something brand new. You know how that goes. Usually it's really exciting, especially when it's something that you're not really too familiar with, but something that you want to get familiar with. So that's going to be pretty cool. So, yeah, let's go ahead and break into these UFC picks tonight. The early prelims are going on right now. I'm going to go ahead and pull up my picks for you, though, because I picked these way earlier today. So my super draft picks, I'm going to go ahead and tell you exactly what I did. So I am in a 10-man, $1 entry. And I will go ahead and let you know that I have no fighters that have fought yet, but there has been a few good ones. It looks like that I have my first fighter coming up in the prelims, which start at 8 p.m. And I'm going to go ahead and name off who I got. So I did just a normal 6-man lineup, and this is going off of a champion mode, but it is not champion mode. So in other words, it's how you would pick it from best to worst. And I'll go ahead and I'll name them off. So my first pick is Saeed Nurmagomedov. That is basically Khabib's prodigy. He is someone you really want to watch. He literally is Khabib. He's just smaller. He fights as a bantamweight. So that'll be really fun to watch him. That's at 135. Next, I picked Francis Ngannou. Had to pick him. He's a 1.4 multiplier, and we all know that Francis Ngannou is probably the scariest guy to ever fight in the UFC. That dude has Mike Tyson power times 2. So that would be really fun to watch tonight. He fights Cyril Gane for the heavyweight belt. He's going to be defending it for the very first time. My next pick, I went ahead and picked Brandon Moreno. Brandon Moreno. And that is the co-main tonight, and that is the flyweight champion. I picked him. He's only a 1.2 multiplier, but he's defending his belt. It's a trilogy fight tonight against Figueroa. He just looks like overall the better fighter. He trains with some legends. He trains with Valentina Shevchenko, who is the flyweight champion for the women. So he trains with some beasts, and I think he's just going to pull it out. Even if it goes 5 rounds, I still think he has the upper advantage. So I went ahead and picked him. My next pick, I went ahead and picked Michel Pereira. He is one of the most exciting fighters in the UFC. He fights at 170. He's a welterweight. This guy does backflips. He jumps off the cage. He break dances. This dude is absolutely insane. You really need to watch him. He is one of the main fights in the prelims, which is still free, guys. It's not part of the pay-per-view, so you will be able to see him fight. And then my last fighter I picked, Valdez. I picked Valdez because he is probably one of the biggest upsets on the card. He's a 1.5 multiplier. It's also his debut, I believe, in the UFC. So that could be a big make or break. And it's always exciting watching a guy fight for the first time, especially when you're fighting with a crowd full of people. They're at the T-Mobile Arena in Vegas, so that is going to have a lot of people there.
I built that
so it's
arena,
going to be
by the
loud.
way.
That's right. You were a part of that. What year?
From start to
2014?
finish. I was there from start to finish. I was one of the first electricians on that job site.
So so you know all about it. But yeah, that's where
on the scoreboard inside the jumbotron. I have my fucking name graffitied in there, gigantic. Oh yeah, had to put my mark on that shit. Go Anthony. Yeah. Sam, I love your UFC picks, and I definitely love the background that you provide for it too. And I mean, as somebody like myself, I've watched some UFC fights, and it's something I want to get more into. So I'd love to get a little bit of insight and hear what you're, because obviously it's something that you love to do, and something that I love to say. And I mean, I know it's personal, but you said that a reason that you and Ashton, ultimately came together, and I thought that was really cool because sports, anything brings people together. That's awesome, and so I'm definitely gonna be watching tonight myself. It's UFC. Which number technically, Sam?
270. And another big thing tonight, other than the fact that there's 2 belts on the line tonight, they just announced today the light heavyweight belt is getting defended on March 7th. A huge up-and-coming fighter. His name is Jiri Pocharza. This dude looks like Goro from Mortal Kombat. And I am not exaggerating when I say that. This dude's got a ponytail up on his head that literally looks like a rope. This dude is scary. He is scary. He is probably one of the best 205 fighters to come out of Russia. So I can't wait to watch that. There's a lot of good up and coming stuff going on, Anthony, for the UFC. I mean, we're going to see Conor McGregor make a return sometime soon.
I'm excited for that Masvidal fight on March 5th too. I mean,
yep. We get to see, and they hate each other. That is one of the biggest hate. So you better believe it. And for those who don't know about Colby Covington, who he is going to be fighting, Colby Covington is a super anti. He basically is a racist. I'm gonna keep it. I'm gonna keep it at that. He loves to shun people who look up to any African American. It doesn't matter who it is. He pretty much let that be known. And Masvidal being an immigrant and definitely showing off his true colors as he always does, which why shouldn't you? This is a free country.
And that's something I like about Masvidal too, by the way. I mean, they call him, I think Mexican Jesus.
Game bread.
I love that about him.
Game bread.
Yep.
He's
so
game bread.
And what Sam is talking about too, of course, we're not saying that we like Covington or whatever because that we're saying that we want to see Masvidal whoop his ass because of shit like that. And so that'll be exciting coming up. Of course, Sam just gave his UFC picks for tonight, and those are always free. Of course, if you tune in, make sure you turn on those notifications for us on Facebook, Twitter, and now YouTube as well. You don't want to miss any of the content, including tomorrow's show, The Film Room, the most highly rated Bills coverage that there could possibly be on the internet. Better than any other podcast, better than Terry Bradshaw, better than anything that you're going to watch on CBS or Fox. And, of course, we talked a little bit about the Cincinnati Bengals pulling off the upset in Tennessee against the number 1 seed in the AFC. People didn't think it was possible, but we said it. This weekend might be a dog weekend, and that was the first one. And that's the first game, of course, for the divisional round of the NFL playoffs in 2022. And the Bengals, by winning, give the Buffalo Bills a chance to host the AFC Championship game if they can beat Kansas City tomorrow. So I want to say again at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, tune in with us on Facebook and Twitter. We'll not be on YouTube tomorrow. We'll be live on my Twitter page at T Gamebook, as well as at A-Bomb Sauce God, and of course on the Gamebook's Bills coverage page. We're going to have the best coverage. We're going to get you guys hyped up. We're going to give you guys our insights and predictions. And as Gage said, we have Timmy. We don't have Timmy. We have Drew. We have Craig coming, and as well as myself. And, of course, Gage to bring the hype as well. And, of course, you already know my world-famous energy that I send us off with. And I am really fired up. I mean, I was already fired up for it as is, but the Bengals pulling off this upset just made it even like more of a thing to me that I really could see happening. And as I've talked about before, last year when we played against Kansas City in the AFC Championship, truly I might have said, I think the Bills are going to win, but I was afraid. And I mean, I think rightfully so. They were the top dog coming off of an AFC Championship appearance and then winning the Super Bowl and then ultimately losing in the Super Bowl that, last year as well. But this year it's a different Buffalo Bills team, and Josh Allen is a different quarterback. And our defense is much different than it was last year against Kansas City. Of course, we did beat them in Week 5, 38-20. Doesn't matter. That Kansas City team is not the same team that we're going to see tomorrow. Kansas City's defense has improved. Kansas City's offense has picked up its game again, and that's something. Like I said, it doesn't intimidate me. I'm not afraid of it. So, guys, tune in with us tomorrow. Bring us all the energy because Bills Mafia, we absolutely need it. What a win from Cincinnati. Again, the under hit, we called that correctly here. We gave out those picks. Gage's money line hit, we correctly called that. We gave that out for free as well. For all of you guys new to sports betting, remember, we do not encourage or endorse any illegal or underage gambling of any sort. We are of age in states that we are legally allowed to do so. We provide free picks, free of charge. We just ask that you guys tune in, like it, whatever, man. That's, any support is wonderful. And again, Sam, I know that Sammy Sports Cards has been blowing up all day, and everybody's looking forward to these potential breaks. So we talked a little bit about inventory last night, man, but what do you think? What do you think we got coming up here soon?
So we've got a lot of stuff coming up, guys. The mail pretty much is our fate for when it goes on. That's the only factor. But I have a pretty big announcement here, something that I haven't told you guys. I'm going to try to do.
Is it another Trey White autograph card?
No. If I had one, though, you would know I already had it. Unfortunately, I don't have one. I do have some good autographs, though. I have plenty, but I don't have one of those. But real quick, going to the top loaders, too. Top loaders are easy to come by, guys, but as you know, look at you both got your shit.
Yep. Gage, I know you love them cards, man.
Gage, did you like that random mystery card I put in there?
Henry Jones, hell yeah!
I was like, all right. I'm like, I'll give you a bonus just because. Why not? So anyway, guys. So the top loaders are easy to come by. I'm gonna try my best to package every single card I can in there. But if I run out, I run out. But make no mistake, they will be bubble wrapped. They will be very well protected. I know you guys both got yours double sealed, double bubble wrapped. So they definitely I made sure that they were going to be in.
Everything
nice
came in perfect condition, man.
Perfect.
Everything,
Absolutely
everything. And
perfect.
I got a bulk of cards. I mean, I think I honestly probably have about 50 cards in here.
I think you have more, Anthony.
Actually, you know what? Maybe more, but I took out all the rookies and stuff and set them aside because these. Like this Cole Anthony card, I absolutely love this one. And, of course, the Cole Anthony Panini Threads card, I absolutely love that one, too. These cards could have some serious worth to it someday. Sam, you said
favorite one.
A big announcement.
Yeah, so, guys, going back to the boxes. So what I'm going to do is if the mail does not hurry up in time, and make no mistake, I've got plenty of boxes on the way. And we've got Flux Basketball Mega Boxes. We've got 2 of them. We've got 3 absolute baseball blaster boxes that have a guaranteed autograph in each box. And we have 9 Mosaic basketball fat cello packs that have 12 cards in each pack plus a 3-card camo prism bonus pack. That's just what's coming in the mail, guys. But coming up Monday and Tuesday, guys, I'm very busy. I got a family thing going on Monday. Tuesday, I'm going to be seeing Chris because Tuesday I want to get Chris involved in our business. I'm really, really pushing him to do this. I think it's going to greatly benefit him, and he is a huge, huge basketball fan. So be on the lookout for Chris joining us soon, guys. But furthermore, I am going to be going to Target Monday and Tuesday morning, the moment that opens, and I am going to try to get some more boxes for us, guys. I'm going to try to build our fleet. I'm going to try to get some interesting stuff. So that way, when we do our breaks, we have plenty of stuff and also things to look forward to for future breaks as well. I really want people to see that we're going to have a great variety. Mosaic, Select, all of these great brands, beautiful brands, and so on and so forth. But don't feel that you have to, watch something that you might not want. Feel free to ask something. Feel free to ask questions or suggestions on something that I might want to open. I will find it for us, guys. I will make sure. I want to please the people. I want everyone to have beautiful cards opened as well as sent in beautiful, perfect condition and protected. So definitely give us some comments, DMs, anything, guys, to let us know if you want something different other than what we're already opening.
And of course, the thing that we always preach here is that Sam and I Engage are all dedicated to bringing great products and great, and great quality as well as professionalism. And that's why Sam sent these all in top loaders and that they were packaged so well. So, it's guaranteed, guys. And as Sam just said, we're going to have a variety of things. Bradley Wright's been asking about it. Craig's been asking about it. Brad LePague has been asking about it. We've had messages coming in all week. Sammy Sports Cards is blowing up at the base, and it's really awesome to see what we're doing. So you guys want to make sure to be a part of that. I know some people are thinking, sports cards. When you pull something autographed and you realize, wow, that card might be worth $500, might be worth $1,000, or it might be one of your favorite players. I know Bradley did a break on Whatnot earlier, and he got a rookie-rated Ronald Jones card, and that was something he was really excited about. And he's
Nice.
a person that's been very interested in what we're going to do. I know Mike Hutton was asking a little bit about it today as well. We're thinking maybe next weekend. It all depends on how much inventory Sam has. But if anything, in the February, we're going to have, when the next break does happen, it's going to be absolutely insane. And the products and the like I said, the diversity of products is going to be awesome. I'm definitely going to be purchasing some packs as well. And we're going to, obviously, as the show comes closer, we're going to give you guys more information on how you go about it. Sam will have the payment options. I don't know if we're going to do it by team or if we're going to do it by pack. It all depends what you guys want. It's not up to what we want. It's all about what you guys out there want. So that's what Sam is saying. Message us. Let us know what you guys are interested in. And, of course, if you're interested in anything in Sam's personal collection, he shares cards of the day on both his Twitter as well as on the Sammy Sports Cards Facebook page. And those are some very valuable cards. And, of course, you can see that there are some things for sale. He's made a couple ads that might have popped up on your feed at some point. If you guys are interested in any of that stuff, and like I've always said, anything in this world is for sale except my Tre'Davious White card and my Mew card that will never ever be sold. But and again, another quick shout out to Craig and Clad, Colt and Lex. I truly can't thank them enough. And I want to, Sam, I didn't have a chance to thank you last night like I got a chance to thank Gage. But man, thank you so much for being a part of what we do and for investing so much time and truly believing in what I do as well as what Gage does. And I think that this is one of the best teams that you guys could ever possibly see. And that's why we continuously bring shows to you guys, because we have great content. We've got a great dynamic. And I think that we have a great product overall. So again, tune in tomorrow at 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for the Buffalo Bills matchup against the Kansas City Chiefs, where we have an opportunity for revenge and an opportunity to get to the AFC Championship game that we could host, with the Bengals upsetting the Tennessee Titans. Gage, I know you're fired up. Sam, I know you're fired up. And I know that UFC is coming up here soon, so we're actually going to go ahead and get out of your guys' hair. We got Sam's picks in for you guys. We had some bets that have hit for you guys. Of course, if you guys are ever wondering, how do I get these free picks? All you got to do is tune into the show. How do you know when we go live? Turn those notifications on by liking and following and making sure in those settings that the notifications are on. That way you see the game book is live. Then, boom, you come in, you get your free picks. Shit, Timmy's winning money. Gage is winning money. I'm not in a state where I can actually legally bet, so I play on the Super Draft Sportsbook, but I'm winning Super Draft coins. So of course,
That's right.
guys, we are bringing nonstop stuff to make you guys money and give you guys value. It ain't about what we're getting out of it. We just want to give that to you guys because, as Sam said earlier in the show, he's a man of the people, and so am I, and so is Gage. So from all of us here at the Game Book, which is your premium source for sports news, Buffalo Bills and Baltimore Ravens coverage, DFS and sports betting picks, as well as various trading cards and breaks and much, much more. From all of us here, we say to you, welcome to the Game Book, and everybody have a good rest of your night. Of course, go Bengals, and of course, go Bills. Stand tall, everybody, and God bless, and have a good rest of your evening, huh?
Woo-woo!